Hi, my name is Mick Rogers from Axial Benefits, and today we're going to continue the series that we started about 10 weeks ago. You know, during the early days of the quarantine, we heard from so many of you with your questions, your thoughts, even some of the anxieties. So we thought that we'd put together, a video series of, a hand-selected small group of experts that could answer a lot of the questions that we got in their specific field, and we'd put it on a video format so that it would be easy to sort of understand and easy to watch. Today, I'm really excited about my next guest, Jeff Greenberg. Jeff is one of the founders of a company by the name of Firefly Health. But what I'm really excited about is because, just in the fact that we're talking to Jeff about his COVID re-entry support program signals to me that we see the end, of coming out of this quarantine, right? That this pandemic is somehow going to be controllable and we'll be able to move forward. So the question that we have, as business leaders is we're all trying to think about how are we going to transition our employees now who have become comfortable working, on a remote or home location back into the office environment in a safe way. So welcome, Jeff.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here, Mick.
Great. So, Jeff, in the early days of the quarantine, we had to interview, attorneys, and they had to go through the difference between a furlough and a layoff. And then there was HR consultants about, communicating to your remote staffs and the issues that may come up, of communication that way. Then we talked to a lot of benefit experts about, protecting their benefit programs, even 401k experts to talk about the impact of the CARES Act and what that might have on the fiduciaries. And now that we've become experts in all things, remote, we have to sort of switch gears now, and we have to forget about all that and really think about how are we going to, in a safe, carefully thought, professional manner, how are we going to get these employees back to our work environment and make them feel comfortable? And I know that Firefly Health has developed an employer program that I think is the most innovative thing that I've heard out there right now in this type of back to work support program. And while I want to dig deeper into that in a minute, I know that that's not your core business. So can we start with can you give us a brief overview of what Firefly Health does? What's your overall business model? So guess sort of last question before we wrap it up, but and this is really, I think, because I know you guys and I know sort of what the type of quality environment that you guys have created and sort of foster. What if an employer is using you for this reentry support, and one of their employees really liked sort of the model and wanted to sort of continue on their own with Firefly Health? Is there accommodations so that they can become the primary care physician? How does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. And look, to be perfectly frank, we hope that happens because we think people love the service, become more and more comfortable with virtual care.
I do too, by the way, yeah.
And we hope that happens, and we think we deliver great care. So absolutely, if employees during this process realize they don't have a primary care physician or do but want to switch to us, that is absolutely something they'll be able to do. And with that, they'll be able to do full visits with us for conditions beyond COVID and for regular health assessments. They'll be able to access our behavioral health team if they need it. They'll be able to access our health guides and coaches who can support them in weight loss and nutrition and things like sleep. So they can absolutely at any point switch into the full model. As I said, we're covered by most insurance companies in Massachusetts and spreading into New Hampshire and other states soon. So we'd be excited about that, and we hope some will.
That's great. So do I. So thanks again, Jeff. And, as always, we'll make sure that we include Jeff's contact at the end of the video clip for everyone. And, so lastly, as we sort of sign off here, we've all worked so hard, during this quarantine, and, we don't really want to let, the gains that we've made go. So, please, continue to stay safe. Keep an eye out for other regular updates, sort of from us in this series. And thank you very much for your time.